The greatest story ever told begins in the garden. Yeshua wept with great drops of blood. In agony he cried, in pain he cried, in mental torment he cried. He was distressed to the point of great sorrow and brokenness. Could you not watch with me? Could you not support me? I know you are tired. We have travelled many days together. Rest now. Could you not watch with me? Could you not support me? This is my hour of greatest need, and you are sleeping. Don't you remember when I shared with you this most important event? You professed undying love for me. You said you would give up your lives for me, and here you are, sleeping. How I long that this cup would pass from me. Please, please take it away. But I am willing to go through. Come now, my brothers and my friends. Indeed, you are my friends if you do what I have commanded you. My betrayer is at hand. You know him well. The courtroom. The judge. What say you? What crime has this man committed? Put forth your case and I will judge him. The prosecution. He proclaimed to be the Son of God. He professes that he could rebuild this most sacred temple in 3 days. He said he always does the will of his Father in heaven, but his father is Joseph and his mother is Miriam. He claims that he is equal to Yahweh. I and my Father are one, he says. The judge. Are you the king of the Jews? Aren't you going to answer? See how many things they are accusing you of. What? What? You are defending yourself? The defense. Yeshua made no reply. He did not justify himself. He did not counter the argument about his divinity. He did not open his mouth. He was led as a lamb to the slaughter. The judge. I find no basis for a crime against this man. What shall I do with this man called Yeshua, who is the Messiah? The courtroom crowd. Crucify him! Crucify him! Release Barabbas! The judge. I am innocent of this man's blood. Yeshua, you are sentenced to be crucified. Take him away. The death. Yeshua hung between 2 thieves. Thief 1. Why don't you get down off the cross? You say one thing and do another. Save yourself and me while you're at it. He saved others, but he couldn't save himself. Thief 2. Don't you fear God? We have received our sentence from the courts justly. We deserve to die. This is the punishment for the crimes that we have committed. But this man, he is innocent. He doesn't deserve to die. His only crime was love. He loved so much that he gave. thief too. Rabbi, teacher of the people, please be so kind as to remember me when you come into your kingdom. Yeshua, son, today you are forgiven. You will be with me in paradise. The resurrection. They laid him in a tomb guarded by soldiers. Yeshua was dead. How could this be? He was to be the saviour of the Jews. All hope was completely lost. Please, sir, can you tell me where they have laid him? They have crucified my Lord and taken him away. I am bereaved and sorrowful. My heart is broken. I cannot live without him. Do you know where they have taken him? Tell me, please. Miriam, Miriam. Rabboni, Rabboni, my teacher and my Lord. Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and to your God. The road to Emmaus. Let us go over to the village of Emmaus. It's only a 7-mile walk, and let us discuss the things we have seen and felt over these last few days. I can't believe he's gone. He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed before Yahweh and all the people. He was to be the one who was going to redeem Israel. And all that he said, well, today is the 3rd day and nothing has happened. I was expecting something miraculous to happen. He said that he would rise again, but no, just sorrow and mourning. Israel grieving for her loss. The disciples, they are almost like sheep without a shepherd. Oh, hello. Won't you walk with us? We were just talking about the death of Yeshua and how devastating and so cruel a death that we cannot quite comprehend what was happening. Excuse me, are you new here? Don't you know the events of recent days? They, the Romans, crucified the Messiah, the Saviour of Israel, and all hope is lost. Oh, how foolish you are. Don't you remember the things spoken of by the prophets, Moses and Isaiah and Psalms and Micah and Hosea? All of these were foretold before he came. He, the Messiah, would suffer and then enter his glory. He was the chosen one to bear the sin of the world. Time has flown. We have arrived. Won't you stay with us and have a meal? Be our guest. It's been such a pleasure talking with you, and our hearts have been lifted from despair to hope. You have warmed us by your presence. Would you do us the honour of breaking bread for us? And when he was at table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened and they recognized him. His eternal reign. Yeshua says, Let me remind you, my little children, of the things told you by the first century apostles and prophets of old. A new commandment I give you: love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. As a prisoner of Yeshua, then, I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. Dear friends, since Yahweh so loved us, we ought to love one another. No one has ever seen Yahweh, but if we love one another, Yahweh lives in us, and his love is made complete in us.